guys, and welcome into the ESL live stream. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys doing good. I know that this is the beginning of the semester for many of you. Back to school, that's awesome. Hope you guys doing good. Thank you if you're watching on Facebook and as well on YouTube, of course. And we are also live on Periscope. So a special ESL live stream today. We have two guests that are specialized for online teaching. So if you need help with your online teaching, today it's a Q&A. So feel free to ask them some questions. They will be here to help you with your class. And of course, don't forget to give some likes and subscribe, of course. And so here we go. Let's start the ESL live stream, and here we go. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Let's start that Q&A. So we got two guests. We're going to start with Team, the online teacher dude. Sorry, not very common name. I love this name. I'm a bit nervous, too. You got to know that. It's not always easy when you prepare. I've been preparing this all the time, trying to make it look good for everyone and for you to feel good. It's your home. This is Mike's home, of course, but this is the home of all the ESL teachers. And if you need help, you are welcome to ask your questions. Today, it's about online teaching. So we're going to be talking about pretty much everything. What school you want to choose, what kind of method you got to use. We're gonna go pretty much through everything, just waiting for your questions. And we're gonna go first into the comments to say very quickly a little hello. So don't forget to get your questions ready. Team is waiting for you. In a moment, he's gonna come up. So here we go. We got Betchy. She sent this message like right after 10 hours ago. When the live stream was on, she just sent that message. I'm not quite good. I don't really know what does it mean, but yeah, it's all right. I guess it's all kind words. I hope so. And Facebook, thank you for watching over there. And as well, Sanjita Jolly, thank you very much. Thanks a lot, bitchy dear. Bitch. Oh man, I'm lost. Damn, man, these names, guys. Oh man, but I love it, and I'm very sorry if I make mistake with your name because, we got people from all around the world, and thank you very much for being here. We got Serene here every day, pretty much. Thank you for being here. Thanks, brother. Awesome. We got Brad Hapgood. Sorry, I'm late. Losser. Losser. Okay. Losser 还是老头? Sir, which means like 先生 and then in Chinese, if you say 老的先生，可以说的是老头。我不是老头呀，我还没这么老呀。Oh my God, I'm not that old. Yeah. And of course, my front is just going backward. My it's just going backward a little bit, but yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna have a handsome man in a moment, in like a minute or two. Just saying hello a little bit in the chat. Thank you for being here, Brad, and Seba as well. Thank you. Oh, he's here. Online teacher, dude. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be your turn very soon. Yeah. You're gonna come up very soon. Of course, Michelle will be here as well, but you gotta know that Michelle is in America. Team, I guess, is in Malaysia. So yeah, you got differences time, and they are awesome to come on the ESL live stream for sharing their experience and give you tips and tricks to make more money and also to improve your skill, your teaching skills. Saba, I'm working as a teacher, how to engage train children in an online class. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna ask an expert, and here is our handsome
Hey.
Team. Hello, team.
Hello,
welcome. Thank you for being here, brother. That's very nice of you.
Awesome. Good to be here, Mike. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. All right. Big shout out to team. Really nice.
I love the special effects.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's the ESL power. Yeah, that's the force. Yeah, I try to find some tricks on StreamYard. It was never easy to add audio. I'll leave you some tricks because I know that team also go live, and you should go and check out his live stream as well. But first, we're gonna go step by step. Probably some of you do not know Team, and I'd love Team to introduce himself. And if you got questions, I guess he will be happy. I guess you'll be happy to help, bro. So it's your turn, brother.
Yeah, hello, everybody. Hey, Mike. So, yeah, my name is Tim, and I've got the spotlight. So I was born on a small island called Bermuda. I've lived in Canada. I've lived in China. I moved to Beijing after teaching in Canada for a little while. And then I made my home in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And I've been teaching here for 4 years for an American school. I decided I was done with brick and mortar teaching for the time being. So I decided to go out on my own and try to work from home. That's where I found online teaching. And online teaching has really been a blessing for me to be able to continue doing what I love, which is teaching, but also to be able to work at home and travel and build my own flexible life. So that's me in a nutshell.
Great. That's awesome. Okay, just figure it out. Yeah, thanks a lot. No, he's going to come back. Don't worry. Just figure it out. How it works sometimes, Mike. Okay, yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, I can see that. So that's perfect. We are in the presentation part of our ESL stream, just like in a classroom, pretty much. So I can see that Michelle is also joined. So that's perfect. She was supposed to join at 9:30, but she's already here. That's great. Thanks a lot for Michelle. I'm going to let Michelle come up. Let time for her because I know that it can be a little time lapse. So Michelle is here as well. Hi, Michelle. Thank you very much for being here. Hello. Thank you, Michelle. So, Michelle, you've been, that's very nice of you for being in the chat. Thank you so much for joining and sharing. So like I was saying, it's the presentation part of our live stream tonight. So it would be nice if you can very quickly, for people who do not know you, probably many of you knows you because you always pop in the chat on the ESL live stream, and I thank you very much. You've been really helpful during the coronavirus situation, especially at the very pandemic, when I was looking for lots of online teachers to help. Because tell you the truth, online teaching, I have very few experience, and I don't want. I got a fair idea about how to teach online, but it's just I don't want to. I don't want to mislead my subscribers, and you guys were one of the first to say, yeah, Mike, no problem, I'm good for that. So thank you very much for that. And so welcome Michelle as well. So Michelle, can you very quickly introduce yourself and say what you're doing, please? There's a little delay.
So, sure. So this will be the boring part of your life. My name is Michelle. I live in Maryland.
I think some of YouTube
a lot
is on.
of my working career was in pharmaceuticals, believe it or not, but I do have 5 years of classroom experience where I was a classroom tutor. I work with children between the ages of 10 and 13, trying to help them improve their vocabulary skills, comprehension skills, reading skills, and things like that. I've also worked with children in a foster care setting where I had children in my home. Those children were between the ages of 3 and 9. Absolutely love them children. I love all my children, but that was a great experience for me. I would teach those children life skills. And also I was, most recently, I am an online teacher. Been doing this for 1 year. I've always loved the English language. So this has been a great experience for me. Just being able to teach these children how to speak English has been a great experience for me. Yeah, that's pretty much Michelle.
All right, sorry. Cool. Thanks. Thank you very much, Michelle. That's awesome. So,
Mike or Michelle,
yeah,
is your YouTube video? Is there YouTube playing in the background? I'm hearing a loop.
Not me.
Okay.
Yeah, that depends on the microphone. So if you get your speakers on, I don't have my speakers on. Yeah. Oh, good, yeah, Michelle. Awesome. Thank you.
I think maybe YouTube is playing in the background. I don't know. It's hard to hear, but it's coming through like a loop.
Yeah, it was kind of it sounded very echoed. It was hard to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess everything is back to normal now. I can't hear that echo. All right, so thanks a lot, guys, for being in here. And then, I got a first question. We got a first question. So for all the subscribers in here and the viewers, thanks for being here. If you get any questions, just feel free to answer. Ask your question, just write question and then ask your question. So here's the first question that we have. I am working as a teacher and how to engage children as online classes how to get them engage into the class. Whoever wants to answer. Thank you for the question, Seba.
I can jump on first. I think because we are
we always say ladies first, huh? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no. That's fine.
No, I'm an asshole. Mike is being an asshole.
I usually like to go first so that I don't have to go last, I guess. I don't know.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's all fine.
Because as online teachers, I think, you are working with learners who are on the other side of the camera and you're not in person with them. So you do have to alter your techniques a little bit. Students are not in your proximity in that sense. And so as online teachers, it's important to, good question, to think about how to engage them. And I try to always match my energy level with the student. So if the student is really energetic, I try to match that just to kind of keep them flowing. And if they're very subdued, I will match my energy, but I will also try to keep them engaged by adding some transitions or engaging props and visuals that would bring their attention back. So as well, I think it's just important to be upbeat and fun in your classes, because you don't have that ability to be with them in person. So, be fun, be lively, be yourself. You don't have to try to be somebody else. Especially if you're watching a lot of YouTube videos of online teaching, sometimes we can be overwhelmed with, well, I can't act like that person, or I can't, exude that kind of energy. But you can be yourself, and you will attract the students that want to take classes with you. But to answer that specific question, using props and things like that, using puppets, bring a puppet on the screen very quickly and kind of shake things up a little bit, are just fun things. Sing songs, play games, take a break, ask questions, involve them in the discussion, ask them about their day, what they like to do. I'm talking about children specifically, but would apply to any sort of learner. So yeah, that's me. What about you, Michelle?
Yeah, so to piggyback off of what you said, I agree. Visual aids are your friend in this line of teaching. I would say if you do have a lesson online, to prepare, like get as many props as you can to prepare for the lesson. Visual aids will certainly engage your student, but find ways to extend the material so that the student can also be engaged as well in that sense.
Good point. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Extend and enrich the lesson.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't want to bore the students.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Over to you, Mike.
I'm still here. Yeah. I was just chilling. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry. I'm here. All right. So see you guys.
Bye. Have a great time.
Already?
Okay. Right. Thanks a lot, guys. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah. Well, there are many methods that you use when you are online, I guess, and there's one method which is quite very important that we do use as well. Classroom teachers, whatever, if we are teaching in a classroom, we are using the same method, but I guess you guys have less space than online teachers, than classroom teachers.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely, we only have our camera window here, so we're quite limited in how to engage the student. So, in terms of your classroom background, I'm not being a really good example at the moment of a great classroom. You can look at Michelle's, but you want to have. I'm in my kitchen at the moment. You want to have, an engaging, coffee, and I've ordered food. It's late here. I'm in the same.
You are in the kitchen, man. What? Can you smell what Tim is cooking?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be in a car coming here being delivered, but I'm waiting at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
So anyway,
right. Fair enough.
What was I saying? Yeah, so you're limited by your classroom background or what you have behind you, and of course yourself. But I've come to learn that yes, the classroom background is really important, but it's really about what you're going to bring to the class as well. And, I've had very simple backgrounds before. I have a more elaborate classroom background that I use for teaching. But I have also done a lot of traveling and online teaching where I haven't had my own classroom background and things like that. So yeah, you're limited by space, but I think what you lack in your space, you can make up for in your engagement with the student. So
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
wanted to add that when you are teaching online, you really have to challenge your creative side. Like you really have to find ways to keep these students engaged because you are in line and the interaction is different. So
Yep.
I'm personally very animated. So I come to the class with a lot of energy. I think that's very important, just to hold the students' attention because they are in environments that they're familiar with. So they are going to easily get distracted. So we have to find different ways. You have to challenge your creativity, channel that inner kid, and just let them free.
Yep.
Yeah.
A good way to think of it is watch if you record your classes or if you're working for a company, watch the playback and ask yourself, would you like to be a student in that class?
Exactly. Perfect.
And if you say no, well, then you can tweak things and
I
make it better.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
That's
So-
awesome. Yeah, I can see some question. There's a suggestion here. Please, suggestions for a warm-up online.
Yeah. So that's a warm-up, like a game or something like that?
Yeah, warm-up could be, I guess, a song or something interactive. I've seen Michelle doing a song. What was that song?
That was teaching a, and some. I believe that was.
No, that was what was that? When you had your smiley
Oh.
face. What it was
That was
that?
the
How are
small
you? I can't
stars.
remember.
Yes. So thankfully for me, the companies that I work with, they provide these warm-up songs. So I don't have to create any songs. Like VIP Kid, Education First, Zebra English, they have all these warm-up songs already added to the curriculum. So I don't have to do all the extra. So I've never had
same.
to.
I was going to ask you if you were. I think there's a difference between working for an online ESL company and if you're teaching students privately. I do both, so I have some students that I teach online privately, but the majority is with a company. And so, yeah, like you said, they do provide the warm-up stuff for you, usually, But I always warm up with my student by just talking for a few minutes about their day, what they like to do if it's a new student, and the ones that I've had for a long time, just kind of continuing with rapport building. So yeah, but Mike is the king of ESL games, and I think it's a great. I was just thinking I'd love to figure out how to incorporate some of your awesome games, Mike, with the online classroom because there's potential to be more creative in that way.
Well, it's funny because many people say that they want me to give them more warm-ups for online teaching. And, I have some couple of warm-ups very famous like that, Peel Banana, for example.
Yeah.
And some online teachers, I don't know how they manage to do that, but they say, well, it's just awesome. It's working very well on my online teaching. And all the warm-ups I have actually for classroom teaching, it's also working. But of course, it's because there's one link between online teaching and classroom teacher. And that's the TPR method that is link us, that makes us a big family, the ESL family, that we have to use our actions and all our body language pretty much and for kids to understand. Of course, we have our full body for us classroom teachers, and it's easy, pretty much easy to get the classroom and get the kids involved and have a good fun. But when you are in front of only one student who's at home with an environment that he's not willing to really pay attention on the screen, he's more willing, so that's why in my videos I make a couple of videos about online teaching, because I was wondering, and as I know as well, parent, I'm also I'm also a parent, so I get kids, so I can imagine when you get some parents, just they know that their kids are in front of the screen, and I know they will bring some water or they would bring a bowl of noodles. It's time to eat something.
Yeah.
But mom, no, I'm learning. I know
Yeah.
you can get some kind of parents, and I know is not easy because you guys are in the between. Which means that there's a company between you and the student. I mean that sometimes you got to be careful to what you say because you don't want to get everybody upset.
Right.
The parent, you don't want to get the parents upset, and the school, of course, is going to be pointing at you and say, "Yeah, what do you think you were doing?" And yeah, so it's always difficult. I always try to understand as well how you guys should work, but you've been doing. There are many actions that we do not use. For example, if we speak about TPR, they are actions that really are fit for you online teaching. For example, those ones or this one. This one we also do it in the classroom, but this one I've seen as well, Michelle, doing 1, 2, 3. When you say a sentence, you're always gonna mention with your hands how many words they have to pronounce. Is that for that? Is that the purpose for it?
That is the purpose for that, especially for the early learners. I try to say words and try to get them to pretty much, like you said, know which word to say according to what number I'm putting up. So simple sentences like "My name is Amy," that just pretty much tells them what to say at what speed. And I think it's a better way for them to grasp the concept of what I'm actually trying to convey.
I totally agree, because I think when you say a long sentence, if they're not able to segment it and break it up and see it as separate words, it really helps to count on your fingers.
Yes.
I do another one where I clap out the words, and then they're able to match the word with the sound, and yeah, really, really good stuff.
Yeah.
I had a good friend who he was from Ghana, and believe me, that brother, he was sitting on the floor teaching, on the floor, and because the floor was kind of wooden floor,
Yeah.
he would slap the floor, and the kids will follow, and it would it would have a tempo in it, like when he would say a sentence or a word, it was like boom, and then another 2 words, boom, boom, and then at the end of the day, it will. Oh man, that guy, he's a very good brother. That I've been teaching with him since that was back in 2010. His name is Victor. Good brother. He's in Beijing, working in university and wearing a suit every day. And he was doing really awesome. I've met so many awesome teachers in my life. I'm really thankful for China being because the ESL market is really, really big in here. Thought that with the pandemic, of course, has been really different now. Looking for teachers a lot, and many of us are switching to online teaching, and it's quite very difficult to figure it out. And I went to different channel, especially many VIP kids. They got very famous ESL teacher, VIP kid teacher. Some of them are very nice. I know they got busy and all stuff. I knew some of them had problem with the VIP kids and all that. So I know that there are couple of we're not going to talk about all the problems and all stuff, but I went to guys like for example, of course, Michelle. I had other, I can't remember who's that, Sophia, I think, who also said, Mike, no problem. Because there are many different companies. What is pretty much the process that probably some of the people on the chat are wondering about? What is the process to be an online teacher?
So yeah, I guess it depends on. It could depend on several things. Depends on your education level. If you're looking to work with a company but you don't have a bachelor's degree, there's a different process for that. If you do have a bachelor's degree and a teaching certificate, there's a process for that. So overall, the process is to apply and make sure that you have the things that's required. Most importantly, in some cases, is a bachelor's degree and a teaching certificate. But again, depending on the company you're applying with, it could just be a teaching certificate. And preparing an environment in your home that's teacher friendly. That requires us to have good lighting, headphones, webcam, things like that. And you do want to have like an educational background. It's not an essential part of teaching online, but it is, it is welcoming for the children to have a nice, friendly background. It helps to make the process a little more engaging. Also, the process also consists of a lot of demo lessons depending on what company you're applying to. You could be required to do some demo lessons, and that is something that you want to prepare for in advance. Some of these companies have very strenuous processes with their demo lessons. It could be very intense, and some are very lenient. So it just depends, again, what company you're applying to teach with and what exactly you're looking for, what exactly you have as far as education.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, and I think I get a lot of teachers who are non-natives who find my channel who I don't even really like the word non-native, but that are not from a country like the US, Canada, UK, or Australia. There's a few others that want to teach online, but it can be very difficult because if you want to get into the Chinese market or the Chinese online teaching market with a company, generally they are looking for North American teachers with a bachelor's degree, and they're often looking for a native speaking accent. But I do have options for native speaking teachers. It is still possible to teach online. The process, just as Michelle was talking about, is just a little bit different, and you're going to have to put a little bit more work in to find the company that works for you. I will also say that there's a whole other market of online teaching where you can teach on a marketplace type situation where you're not working for a company as an independent contractor. You're listing your classes on the website, and then the students are able to book your classes. Oftentimes, these are adults who are looking to learn English. So there's lots of options if you want to still teach online, but you're not from the US or Canada, or you don't have a degree. So there are options. And then you can also consider, branding yourself to go independent and find the students on your own. So there are lots of options out there for teachers that want to go online. But as Michelle was saying, for most companies, it's apply, get your set up in your classroom, go through a demo lesson process where you will teach an adult, get your paperwork approved, sign your contract, start teaching.
Great.
Back over to you, Mike.
Yeah, it's all done. It's all done. It's all good. It's all good. You look good, brother.
Bruh.
Yeah. All right.
Bruh.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it again. All right. Here we go. You ready?
Where did you get the sound? Where did you get that sound from?
Oh, YouTube.
Oh, okay. So
No, you just check it out, bruh.
Okay. I guess so,
One of them. No problem. It's easy.
Yeah.
Easy, man.
So Pat
of
Flynn
course.
has not trademarked it, has he? It's not his trademark sound.
There's one I always love to use as well, and Pat Flynn just stole it before me. This one.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, because this one is, on Mikeshomeesl, you get that intro or outro, and you get that, yay. That was before.
Yeah.
Or still have it, but
I need you to help me to improve my live streams. I want to chat with you about all your.
No problem, bro. Like I said, yeah, the ESL live stream has no name, pretty much. It's just the ESL live stream. I mean, It's not
Yeah.
owned by myself. The point is like we can do as well ESL live stream on your channel, on other channel. We are really at the beginning of doing something, but more all together, because teacher need to be together. We cannot be in our corner and do not care about others who are competing, like if we were business companies, and it's not right. I get this chance with that baby shark video, which brought my subscriber. I get 200,000 subscribers, but most of them, for a good 40% of my subscribers, are subscribers from that baby shark videos, where I get 16 million views. So it has been something for nobody know pretty much about it, because this is mostly about channel stuff, but it's good for others who are interesting to know about how Mike's home. But for sure, I got a good 100, 10, 20 thousand subscribers who are teachers. So I really deserve that one. But
absolutely.
But the others,
So
I've been viral at the very beginning. It was very challenging for me as a YouTuber, because I don't even consider myself as a YouTuber, because I had to I had that videos, and I said, damn, I put that videos for my mom and dad to watch it and watch how was my class.
That's always the case, isn't it? That's always the case.
And I was like, yeah, it's an ugly video. I mean, not the kids, I just use my phone and just say, put it on YouTube so my mom and dad can see it right away. I don't need to send the file, which would take hours. And then my mom is always interested in what's happening. And yeah, when you get a class of 55 kids, it's really not like home. So I had to share it. And when I share it, and I wasn't caring much about my YouTube channel. I was just chilling on YouTube, watching videos and all stuff about UFOs. And then suddenly I check my channel, and I gotta see there are notifications with tons of messages. And then it was saying, God, after 2 months, I had like 2 or 3 million views on that videos. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then so I had to, it wasn't a joke. So I started to figure it out and go on. Believe me, to do my channel, I spent more time on YouTube than getting ready for my class at school. But because I've been teaching in China since almost 20 years, and always in primary school, the schedule is in my mind, everything. The structure of my class is in my mind. I know pretty much how to care. Don't have to worry much about my students and the quality of my class, which is very important, of course. But I do make mistakes, like we all did. But yeah, that YouTube channel that Mikeshomeesl is really a story for sure. And yeah. So that's what I say. I got this chance, and I want to share it with all of you guys. And thank you for being in this live and sharing all your tips as well. Far more professional than me, but because I haven't been teaching online for sure. So
yeah, but I think it's a new world for everybody that's a teacher, and so it's nice to be able to. I'm trying to share more content on my channel. So I have a channel. Can I plug?
Yeah, no problem.
So where I talk about, do you have a channel as well, Michelle?
I do not. You mean a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, great. What's your channel?
ESL Teacher Michelle.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I've been trying to do lives every week. I go on at Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern time to share about online teaching content, companies, all kinds of stuff like that. So it's yeah, it's a fun journey, and I'm always looking for new content and ideas for the lives. So I love watching other people's lives as well to get the
And
inspiration.
Michelle, I think you're gonna start. It's gonna be your second live or first live tomorrow.
That's gonna be my very first live. I've never done a live.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's your channel?
Okay,
is
so
called
that's
what?
a
ESL?
good practice today.
ESL Teacher Michelle.
Yeah. So remember, she's very charming. She's got an awesome smile. ESL
Yeah.
Teacher Michelle has been always helping, always around, always. You've seen her, especially on the ESL live stream, always popping up sometimes,
chat.
always saying hello. Thank you so much. You're doing awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's all good, and I'm sure I'll try to be there tomorrow night if I can in the live. But I don't want to put you too much pressure. I know it's just like someone else is going to watch your class. You know, so it's like, yeah, I don't want to put too much pressure. I've been training so many teachers, and I feel bad because I know, and they know that I'm going to be watching their class. And of course I know they're going to feel like really nervous. So I'm always between outside. I'm really on the fence, you know, outside and inside the classroom, because when an ESL class, especially classroom, is going very well, you hear it, you feel it. It's an atmosphere. So, and you know everything. You can only listen would go perfectly. So I don't like. Well, I like it, of course. I like to help other teachers, but I know they would have more pressure with me in than if it was a normal class. So that's why I say when I train teachers in my school, I would say just shoot yourself. I mean, film yourself. Bring a camera and film yourself. Don't shoot yourself because it's not going to help much. Yeah. All right. Oh my. Man. Damn, Mike, you're stupid. All right. So yeah. Cool. I'm so happy to be with you. Everybody is watching. Yeah. Let me check out if we get some questions around here. I've seen a question from Serene who was asking how to engage a conversation into an online class, which can be okay. No. Yeah. Don't forget. Don't be shy.
I think we answered that one.
Oh yeah. Okay. But I wasn't here.
Oh, it was when I was.
No. I think I was here. I was in my thought. Sorry.
I think somebody was asking about how to engage students in the online classroom.
No. It's that one. Let's go up, brother. Oh man, Pat, I miss you. What's that? Oh yeah, here. That's a good question. After one. Question: how can we teach conversation course online?
Conversation courses online.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think what I was talking about earlier, you know, there's ways of going on the marketplace platforms, and a lot of them are focused on conversation with adults. So you can start with a company like Cambly and teach adults, and most of them are looking for conversation. You can also look at companies that let you put a profile on there, and if that's your niche of teaching where you want to focus on that for your students, that's what you put in your profile, that's how you market yourself, then you will attract those students. Other than that, you need to be a little bit, if you're going to market yourself to find your own students, you need to be a little bit more specific. You're not going to find students just by saying, I want to talk to you online. You need to be very specific about what you're talking about or what you want, what results you want to get for those students. So yeah, I'm not sure if that was where he was going with the question, but.
Okay, thank you, brother. I get you out of the screen here. Is that okay?
Over to you, Mike.
I just wanted to
Michelle.
add, it says how to teach conversation courses. So I have an adult student. This is my very first adult student, and she's interested in applying to teach English online. So she and I are working towards improving her word placement. I think sometimes when you're trying to speak any other language, it's difficult to determine exactly how words are to be placed to form sentences. So she and I are working on just preparing her to do a basic interview. So I asked her to just email me her response to the simple question, what is your experience with teaching children? So she emailed that to me and I just kind of revised it. So what I'll do is I'll have her to read that aloud so she can get an idea of what it actually sounds like. Because I think it's important to hear yourself speak the language that you're trying to learn. So I think that's one way.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Great, awesome. Yeah, there's another question here. Hello, what are your top online games for a group of shy 10 years old? Tomorrow, we're doing how many? Woo.
How many? Is that a game that you talk about, Mike?
Yeah?
Is that a game from you? What is how many?
How many? I mean, it must be the purpose she has to teach how many in her class. So, how to teach it to a 10 years old shy boy, I guess. That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't teach groups of 10-year-olds with games included. So, but I think, it's an online game for a group of shy 10-year-olds. Yeah. I mean, if you're teaching them online, you need to figure out what the rules of the game are and try to put yourself in the shoes of your learners or students who are going to be on a computer screen, because make sure that your instructions are very clear, that you are able to demo it and model it appropriately, because it's different from being in person. So yeah, I think you need to put some thought into how you're going to get the game executed from beginning to end, because if it's online, it's a bit more challenging.
How about you, Michelle? What do you get any ideas?
I would say that this is certainly going to require a bunch of visual aids because you are teaching how many. So you're going to be, I'm assuming you're going to need to gather some things to show how many. That could be whatever props you choose to use, but yeah, you're definitely going to need some visual aids for this. I personally try to stay away from the games. I think sometimes when we bring in the games, it kind of it gives I think when we use games, me personally, when I use games, it kind of deter away from the material. So I don't give too many suggestions for games because I don't have games. I don't play games in the classroom, that is.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, great. Yeah, I've seen other questions as well down here. Okay.
Yeah, lots of questions about games. I think it's really interesting that when you're in an online classroom, it's can you hear me okay? I was on my
Yeah, no problem, bro. Okay, yeah. It's all good. All good.
Playing games in the online classroom is great. When you're working for a company, you're a bit more constricted by time, their expectations, the curriculum. The parents are not paying for a class with lots of games. So it's really just not an option when you're working for a company. But if you're doing a game sort of for learners on your own and you've got them online, then I mean, by all means, you can do what you want. You might have to adapt the game for the situation, though. So, I mean, the question is indoor games for online class. I would need more information on what is that. Is that a group of students in a gymnasium and or are they in their homes and you're on the screen? I don't know. It's not sure where they're going with their game, but yeah, it's just you need to adapt and change it.
Okay, cool. Great, thanks. Yeah, I got other question as well. What are your best tips for finishing online lesson? From ELT, thank you, brother, for being in the live. Sorry, I forget to mention all the different people who's been questioning. Yeah, I get as well, before you answer the question, sorry, just checking out a little bit some subscribers who always love to come in here. We got Savvy Fan. Thanks a lot, brother, for being in the live again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. Okay, here
what about,
is.
What about my background?
Well, I got that one as well.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
I've got my cat. It'll be more interesting to look at. There we go. Sorry, everyone.
Is it Fifi? Is the name Fifi or?
No, Yin Yin.
Yin Yin. Okay. I watched your
Was that-
video. I forgot the name.
Oh,
Onion.
you've seen the video of mine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that, yeah, I've
Onion.
had her, not onion, no, Yin Yin.
Sorry, I'm French. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a Chinese name because, well, I'm not in China, but anyway, I found her outside and she was just a little thing about 5 days old. So I've had her for 2 years and she's been involved in a lot of my videos from when she was very small. So, and now her hair is everywhere. So. Over to you, Mike.
It looks like it's frozen.
Oh yes, this is this is when we take over the show.
I wasn't quite prepared for this part.
You mentioned that you mentioned we can talk about maybe where we work. I work for VIP Kid, and you as well.
I do. I work for VIP Kid, Education First, and Zebra English.
Ah, okay, great. Yeah. Mike is really gone.
He's really gone. This is funny.
Let me just text him and make sure that he's okay. Yeah, I just got hired on actually with Zebra English just before they went on a hiring freeze. So I haven't taught much with them, but I like their platform a lot.
No, I haven't taught much with them either. I started in April.
Okay.
I think their curriculum requires a little more energy than I have. So
yeah,
with them
it does. And so I can speak a little bit of Chinese, and I use it quite frequently in my VIP Kid. Not quite frequently, but I use it with very, very beginner English. If it's a student on a trial class, yeah. But with Zebra English, I used it for a trial student. I got a long email with, "Don't do that." So I've never ever had an email from a company about my class situation. So that was unique. They must watch your classes. But
I think all the emails, excuse me, seems like you're being reprimanded. So I don't.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken back by it because actually the situation was the child was crying on the living room, and I was actually asking the mother in Chinese what was wrong. So I wasn't using Chinese to help the child learn English. It was a totally different. So they didn't really look at that. They just reprimanded me for it in an email. So it's okay. But they're a small company. So
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I just
small exit.
No, I didn't went to the toilet, but it was all good.
Bruh.
I just had a little bit of a problem with all the connection, of course. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you guys are in the live. Don't forget to give some likes because it's going to be helping the live stream to go on and to get known by more and more teachers. You just have to remember when you needed that help so much. So yeah, just give some likes to help other teachers thank you to Tim and Michelle for helping in here. I guess there are other questions that I can see because I had a little problem. Yeah, I just been disconnecting from the live, but that was cool. You guys just had that's awesome. You guys did a good job, huh? So yeah, here we go.
We took over.
How can we use Google Classroom for teaching little kids as they would require more assistance from parents?
How can we use Google Classroom for teaching?
I've never been using it, of course.
I don't use Google Classroom. Not familiar.
I was a brick and
You
mortar.
got your question answer, brother. Thank you. Next.
Yeah, I think again it goes back to I used Google Classroom with a 3rd grade class when I was teaching in the brick and mortar.
Okay.
And it goes back to really making sure that expectations are very, very clear and you eliminate the issues before the issues happen. So you make sure that all the troubleshooting that could go wrong, you have prepared the parents and the kids for that in class before you do it online at home. I know with the pandemic, a lot of teachers didn't have a lot of time to take their students online, but as much as possible, if you can, prepare. And that's it.
All right. Thank you. That was a question from Savvy. Yesterday, oh, that's a long question here. Yesterday, we were describing people eyes and hair, and after teaching the language, I would change my hair or eye color via Minicam. Nice. And see which students would be the faster to write. That's nice. Why not?
That's
you
fine.
have green eyes. You have short pink hair. How do you get your students to use the language in class? Thank you. Quick, again, the questions.
Is that a question or that she was asking? Yeah, I think.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, sounds like a great game though.
Yeah, that's a good.
I think if you're asking about how to get them to use the language in class, model it and then invite the student to respond after you. So
that's true. All right. Thank you, Tim. Mike, you saved my life so many times. Oh my God. Thorfinn, thank you very much. Great. I'm happy that my tips and as well all our ESL team can help you with this. Thank you so much. If you like, just give some likes. And don't forget to subscribe as well. And don't forget to go. The links are in the description and in the comment section. Don't forget to go and please subscribe to Tim and Michelle YouTube channel. Yeah. There are also, we got the online teacher dude and ESL Teacher Michelle. Just spend some time and go and see their channel. You're gonna find some tips, believe me, because I know that. Yeah, I know you guys doing good. Right, take care. All must go. Nice live stream, good vibes. Thank you so much, everybody, for being in the live. We're gonna stop here. That's 1 hour. The ESL live stream is mostly 1 hour. Really awesome to have you here, guys. Thank you very much, Tim. Thank you very much, Michelle.
Great to be here.
I guess you guys were during. I think in Malaysia for you, Tim, is pretty much the same time as
you,
in China.
Right. Yep, that's right. Same time, 10 o'clock, and I'm going to eat my dinner now.
Yeah, so we're gonna forget about that CST. And I will make sure to make it a Beijing time all the time now. Because
for Michelle's sake, he wrote CST. I thought it was Central Standard Time. Is that what you would think?
I thought it was.
Yeah, no, China Standard Time. But
China Standard Time.
I would think of it as Beijing. I think of China Time. I write BJT because that's how our companies usually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but anyway, you're not American or Canadian, Mike, so we forgive you.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Very awesome.
Thanks for the question. everybody.
Thank you so much. You did great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Give them a big thanks, everybody. Thank you to all of them, to Michelle and team for being in the live. Big shout out to all. That's the ESL power.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
the way to make a guest feel special.
sorry.
It really is.
That's the way to make a guest feel special.
Yeah. And then you know what? You must feel the force around you. Feel the force, that ESL power force. Thank you so much to all of you for being in the live. Thank you so much, team, and especially Michelle, because you are in America, right?
Yes, I am. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning for us. It's time to go to the bar and have some fun. Thank you. No, we got class tomorrow, Mike. Damn, we cannot party. Damn. All right. Good. Yeah, tomorrow Thursday. It's not Friday, Mike. And even if it's Friday, I still got to work. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you.
Bye, Michelle.
Thank you, Tim. Hope to see you very soon. And yeah, don't forget, you got a live tomorrow. When is your live, Michelle? Tomorrow, what is that, CST?
That is EST, Eastern Standard Time, tomorrow at 4 p.m.
4 p.m., so it's going to be for
I will be
4 a.m. for us, huh?
Yes, it'll be 4 a.m. for you.
Damn.
Damn.
I got to get my coffee, brother. Wow. Ooh, double coffee. Yeah, American coffee. And then, and I love that coffee, by the way. And yeah, Tim, you got some lives as well going on.
I do a show on Mondays at 9 a.m. Yeah.
Sorry?
Mondays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Mondays, 9 a.m. Eastern Times. Great. Thank you so much, guys. Hope to see you soon in another live. And yeah, why not on your live? I'll be happy to be your guest. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time, guys. Big shout out to all of you. Thank you. See you guys. Wow. That was cool. I don't know if you guys like it. I guess give some likes really to help to have more lives like this, and to help you with your class. That was really great time. Team and Michelle are really nice teachers, and I really recommend you to go and check out their channel. It's down in the description and in the comment section. I didn't have that time to send it on the chat, but yeah, really, thank you so much, all of you, for your questions. And sorry if I missed some of you. Let's go and do a little roundup. Guzal, thank you for being in a live. Patricia Fields, thank you very much. We have as well Audrey. Thank you so much, guys, for being all here in the live. And yeah, I guess we'll see each other in another live on the ESL live stream with other guests. More guests are gonna come. I hope so, if they're willing. Very soon, probably Mushi. He's also doing online teaching. I wanted to talk about online teaching about Mushi, but he's got special tricks and tips about online teaching. A really great teacher as well. And Andy, the ESL guy, Mooncake, Stu from Tefl Lemon, the language lady, and I don't forgot that Robin from Funky English, and of course our new two other members who we always have been talking to each other, the online ESL dude, the online teacher dude, and Teacher Michelle, ESL Teacher Michelle. We are going to see you very soon in another live again. And hope you like it. Give some likes. That's the ESL power. And yeah, you must
feel the force around you.
Fuel the force, that ESL power force. Thank you so much for being in the live. That's all for today, guys. And yeah, just see you in another video. That was Mike from Mikeshomeesl signing out. See you guys. Bye-bye.